Good morning. We are here at PHICEX cryptocurrency. We're doing some development and a tutorial video how to transfer funds from another PHICEX holder to another PHICEX account holder. Watch the video, and this is part of crypto exchange using PHICEX. I hope you enjoy this video and more to come and how to use it. This is part of our development. Thank you. So just a little bit tutorial on how to exchange 0.04 of so is equivalent to $1. So that is 1, 2, 3. Oh, it went away. It changes. 1,330. So that is 100. That's 1,000. Kept changing. 100, 1,000, 1,331,002 is equivalent to $1. So if we are transferring it using a currency, let's say this is the other guy and he wants to receive a payment. So I'm the one paying, and that is 1331002. 1331002, and let's say I'm gonna send it. I gotta scan their barcode, and that's it. It shows the ID, and I change 1331002 to transfer to this guy. Oh, I hit max. That's a mistake. 1331002. Then you slide up and you send it, and you send, and you go back over here. You go your last transaction. Anything get here? Takes a while. Let's hit refresh. It says it was sent. And we go back here. It's failing the network. There you go. Now we receive 133 of payment. Okay. So that's how you transfer money. No charges from network to network.
By the end of 2025, I expect Bitcoin to be north of 150,000, and by 2030, Bitcoin will be more than 420,000. That's a 5x roughly increase from today's pricing.
As we think about the amount of investing and the flows into crypto that you're anticipating we could see, what does that look like relative to, past emergences from crypto winters, if you will?
Yeah, the flows will be astonishing. As exciting as Bitcoin's rise has been since its inception, we really haven't seen anything yet because we largely haven't seen institutional engagement. Most Fortune 500 companies are not engaged. Most hedge funds are not yet engaged. Most endowments and pension funds are not yet engaged. Family offices, sovereign wealth funds. We are going to see an incredible increase of engagement. And even if it's a low single digit asset, in the portfolio, that will represent hundreds of billions of dollars of new money flowing into Bitcoin. And because the supply is fixed, any increase in demand has to translate to a price increase. And that's why I and many others are expecting to see 6-figure, and some are even arguing for 7-figure Bitcoin prices within the next 10 years.
Rick Edelman, founder of the Digital Assets Council of Financial Professionals. Great to have you here with us. Good to catch up, Rick.
Thanks, Brad.
As part of the reason, of course, that we have seen this big increase in prices of Bitcoin has been the anticipation of a friendlier administration towards the crypto universe. And yet we've gotten a lot of appointments, but we've not yet learned who the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission might be. There were reports earlier in the week that the Coinbase CEO was meeting with President-elect Trump to discuss that very issue. Who would your dream pick be at the top of the SEC in terms of the crypto approach?
I mean, I like Brian Brooks just because I know him really well, and he was a great head of the OCC, and he knows our industry, dead in. But anyone Donald Trump picks, given the overall pro-crypto attitude of this administration, is going to be fine. If you think about it, right, Vance, Vivek, Elon, Kennedy said he's got his whole net worth in crypto. Howard Lutnick, who just became Commerce, is a big advocate of crypto. So all the guys around the table, Donald Trump himself has got his own coin and is an NFT issuer. All the guys around the table like our space. They believe in the digital asset world. They believe in blockchains and Bitcoin. And so the whole energy of this administration is going to be so different than the Elizabeth Warren, Gary Gensler era.
Well, and Mike, that word energy, I think, is a really important one because as we know in the crypto space, vibes are very, very important. But I guess my question would be are they more important than policy? Like what specific policies would you be looking for?
The most important policy is a direction from the president through the Secretary of Treasury, through the OCC, the SEC, the FDIC, to allow U.S. players to participate, right? There was a thing called Operation Choke Point, which broadly made it miserable for U.S. players to participate in this industry, right? Fear of litigation, you couldn't get banked. Our audit at Galaxy cost 3 times what it would if we were a non-crypto company. So we're spending $9 million a year on an audit for a medium-sized company. That's insane, right? So the tax on crypto has been brutal. That is going to come way down. People aren't going to fear, they're constantly getting a Wells notice.
And I'm also curious what all of this is going to do for Bitcoin itself versus altcoins, or do you think it's sort of rising tide lifts all crypto boats?
Listen, that's always been the case. Right now, there's a distinct Bitcoin story as these big convert issuers they're buying Bitcoin. You got a lot of overseas buyers buying Bitcoin. And so I think broadly it's starting as a Bitcoin story, but Bitcoin's always been the gateway drug for the digital asset space. And with better regulation around market structure, around what's a security and what's a commodity, right? What's a utility token? Once we get more clarity around that, you're going to see a lot more development and innovation. So one of the reasons you haven't seen the great innovation in this space is people were scared of it, right? The big players were.